Well, what we got here, look. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Righto, you lot, let's have a look. You wouldn't believe what happened to me the other day, right? The temperature outside was about -6 or 7, and I went to get some fuel to put in a nitro car because I was going to have a go. And my bottle split, look. Couldn't believe it. It was frozen, and it split. Yeah, my fuel bottle. So, good job I've got more. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this nitro car, and I'll explain to you all of the story and the backstory. Also, I broke my calipers, look. Not very happy about that. They were expensive. Anyway, I have this lovely piece of equipment. It's a Hobao Hyper ST Pure Competition, eh? Pure Competition, bloody hell. I've also got myself a lovely cup of coffee. And yeah, we'll have a look at this. Now this supposedly is new. The backstory of it is as such. A subscriber sent me a message and they said that they got this, and I can't remember if he said he couldn't get it running or I can't remember now. Anyway, it's supposedly it was one of those projects, you know. For when, remember a while ago, do you lot remember a little while ago now, a disease started to go around the world, and the governments decided to call lockdowns upon countries, so nobody could go out. Some of you lot might not be old enough to remember that, but I remember it. And yeah, this was a project for then, but I don't think he finished it, and here we are. So yeah, it's supposed to be more or less new, but I think it's had a replacement engine. Well, I've been told it's had a replacement engine. I don't know what engines these come with. The body shell is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. If this is the original shell, I don't know, but we shall, or maybe we'll find out one day. The air filter has definitely seen better days. It needs a new air filter. I hope this hasn't been started or attempted to be started with that air filter, because that could cause us some big problems. But when we I'll take it, in fact, let's take it off now. Oh, I can't, I've got to undo the Allen key. Anyway, I'll undo that in a minute, and then we'll find out whether there's any of that foam found its way into the carb. But as you can see, that happens when the foam gets old. I suspect this is quite an old buggy, because the foam gets old and it goes all crumbly, and that's what's happened there. So yeah, so, but you know what, the rest of it looks immaculate. It looks really, really nice, as you can see from looking at the underneath. There's no scratches really on it. A little scuff at the top. If this has been run, which I suspect it has been, because I don't know, it's not mint, you know. Put your back down again. It's not mint, but it is exceptionally clean. So I reckon it's very close, and that is definitely seized. But it might not necessarily be seized up. It might just be a bit jammed from sitting around, but there's no way, there's no pulling on that. So we'll have to have a look at that. We've got a potential seized engine, which could cause us an issue, but you know, we'll get around this. So yeah, as I said, subscriber sent me a message, said they want to get rid of it, and did I want to buy it? So I said, yep, we agreed on a price. I bought it, met up in a car park, and here we go. Lovely couple they were. Let's see what we've got. I'll tell you what we'll do. It come with a bag of bits and bobs as well. But before I do that, let's see if we can just get this engine to at least turn over. And then we'll leave that soaking in some oil. And then we'll know whether that's going to be any good. It could be that they tried to start it and some of that foam's got sucked in and it's jammed up. We just have to take the head off, get rid of the foam, and hopefully it's not stuck in the crank. It might be stuck in the crank, in which case we'll have to take all of that apart and get rid of that as well. But There's a lot of fluff and dirt and dust laying around, but that's what happens when you leave a nitro car sitting around. I mean, we let it sit. You should have seen the state of the Savage. That had bloody dust on it, that thick. Anyway, let's. Have we got a? I wonder if this one will fit. This is the closest one I've got to hand. I wonder if that fits in there lovely. Let's take out this glow plug and see if I can't get it to turn. Oh, that is very, very stiff. Did you see that? The piston went up and down, so it's definitely connected to the crank. It's definitely connected to the pull start, but that was extremely stiff. I will point out the temperature outside is currently -2 degrees Celsius, and I picked this up at 9 o'clock this morning, and it's been sat outside all day long. The time now is about 4:30 in the afternoon, so it is very cold, but it's also, I'd say that's still very stiff. So I'm just going to put some 3-in-1 oil down now. Filled up the cylinder with 3-in-1 oil now. Very good stuff. This is your friend. Been using 3-in-1 oil on nitro engines for, well, 10, 15 years. And it's very good. So we'll let that soak in. Yeah. The temptation in me can't help but try and turn it over a little bit more. So assuming that it is that what's causing the trouble, and it's not the clutch that's stuck or something, but the bell end, the clutch bell turns freely, so I'm assuming it is the engine that's a bit jammed. Anyway, so we've got 3-in-1 oil in there, that's soaking away. Let's have a look in the bag of goodies that come with it. Now, actually, before we look at the bag of goodies, what come with it also come with some fuel. So we got some fuel. We got a bottle of 25% high torque glow fuel. Cars, bugs, trucks. There we go. Model Technics fuel. I used to run this. I run this for a good 15 years. Because it's what the model shop close to me sold. But then I switched to the other one that what's it called? OptiFuel, because it weren't quite as potent. Don't make you sneeze as much. Although they're owned by the same company. And then we got a bottle of, what else is in here? A newspaper. A newspaper from 2020. Interesting. We got a bottle of Halford screen wash. Now we got a bottle of HPI Power Fuel, high performance, 25% nitro blend. They've obviously, I'm assuming the bottle must have split, and so they put it in an old screen wash bottle. I don't know. But that's what we got. We've got 2 fuels, 25% that come with it. So we put that down now. Get rid of that old bag. Now this is the bag of goodies. This also come with this. Now on purpose, they were trying to show me. Well, not trying to, like, not. But I didn't want to look in here too much in depth on purpose. I wanted to know what I was buying, obviously, but I didn't want to delve into it and have a look at every single bit on purpose, because I wanted to have a look for the first time with you lot, because it's more fun then, isn't it? And if I bought a lemon, I can be like, bloody hell, I bought a bag of crap, or I can be like, bloody hell, this is good stuff. So we've got the Hyper ST stickers. Looks like we've also got the instruction manual, possibly, and parts lists and diagrams, bits and bobs there. Always handy in case you need to buy some bits. You might be able to find a date as well as to how old the buggy is. You never know. Put that over there for a bit. Now I did notice, I did look close enough to see that there was a couple of glow starters in here. There's another one. Now the only thing I've done, I haven't done anything to this buggy or to the bag. The only thing I've done is I put these glow starters on charge when I got home from collecting this, because I wanted to see if they were going to charge, if they're any good. This one charges. Whether it actually works on a glow plug, I don't know, but it charged up and it's been charging all day. This one, however, I don't know whether these are any good or not. I've never had one of these particular brand before. Flight Leader glow starter. However, it doesn't charge. It won't make a connection. I know that the charger works because I tried another glow starter on the charger and the charger works. This won't charge. I do know that they've got a battery inside. You can unscrew them, and normally when these are left, rust occurs in the contacts and that won't charge, it won't work. It's to take it apart, clean the rust off, put it together, and it'll work as long as the battery's good. So we'll put that to the side, and I'll have to clean that up. The next thing we've got is the transmitter. Probably not the transmitter that would have come with this when it was new. It might be. I doubt it is, but it might have been. It's got a battery pack in there. I'll have to see if I can charge that up. I haven't got the correct charging plug to charge it. So we'll have to see what I can do with that. If not, I'll have to use a different transmitter or get some different radio gear, but we'll see how it goes. And the battery's dead, it won't turn on. But yeah, a Sanwa. This is the transmitter we've got. Yeah. Microprocessing, advanced technology. These are old. This is old. We know it's old because it's got AM radios, crystals, green. And the car's also got crystals, I believe. So we know this is not new stuff. So it's a nice transmitter though. I've got I do like transmitters. I've got a bit of a thing for transmitters. This is the last of my collection. I've sold all of my transmitter collection that I don't use, but I kept this one because I love it. It's just so cool. You know, it's got an analog meter on the front. It's awesome. Anyway, I'll put that back. Let me just check the time. Bloody hell, I've only got another few minutes. It's the kids' bath time coming up, you see. And I thought I'll come out here for half an hour. And then I'll go and feed the baths. Bath the kids. Feed the baths? What? Bath the kids. So we've got an engine box here. 140 quid it costs. And it's a Norsom RS28 Monster. Pretty sure. Norsom RS28. Yeah, that's the engine what's on the buggy, on the Truggy. So, you know, has the engine been changed? We don't know. There's a collar there. And we've got some instructions. I think there's some stickers. I'm trying to get to the stickers. I love stickers, man. I love stickers. There we go. A little sticker pack. I love stickers. Can't get enough stickers. Is that another sticker pack? Yes. Can't get enough stickers, man. I just stick them on everything. I love them. Anyway, yeah, we've got bits and bobs in here. I'll have a look through all this in detail, see if I can find a date of which the engine was manufactured. And then that'll give us a clue as to how old the engine is. Apparently, the people that I bought the Truggy from say that it hasn't been run. So that means it'll have to be broken in, and that might explain why it's so stiff. There's the back wing for it, I would have thought. It's in the bag. It's probably the back wing for it. Why it's not connected? Probably because there's no posts for it. I'll have to see if I can work that out. So we've got bags here. Bags of, looks like servo bits and bobs. More bags of, look, different gears, nuts and bolts, and well, what are they? I forget what they're called. Oh man, my memory, man, is terrible. Suspension bits there for raising up your suspension and whatever. Look, loads of screws. I might be able to find a good screw there to screw my engine in the MP9. You never know. What we've got here? Servo horns, bits and bobs. Look, we've got some R-clips for clipping on the body. Ah, this will come in handy. Look, loads of crystals. A little bag of crystals. I wonder which ones of them are going to be any good, because they do break down. And also, if you drop them or hit them hard, they can break. 27.145 AM. Nice, yellow. Yellow was the one that always followed taxis around. Turnbuckles, a glow plug. Nice. What's in here? We've got some stickers. We've got a tube of, what is that? I don't know what that is. Foam pre-filter treatment, so air filter oil. $2.50. I don't know why we got one that's American in dollars here, but we have. Thread lock. Yeah, just stuff in there. What else have we got here? We got washers, and a few nuts and things in that bag. So basically we got bags of nuts and bolts and just general bits and bobs. Somebody's taken the time to very carefully separate these into little bags, which is quite nice. While they took the time to do that, that's interesting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different aerial tubes. Can you see them? Probably not. Yeah, different coloured aerial tubes. Only one of them has got the little thing on the end. Nice. Oh, everyone likes an aerial tube. I've got one sitting up here, which is a little bit shorter, so I'll add that to the collection. I'm always losing these aerial tubes. They're always the first thing to fall off. What else have we got here? We've got a Hobao. Air filter, but no foam. And it doesn't look like there's any foam inside this bag. So somebody's bought the air filter housing, which he doesn't need because that's in good condition apart from a few cracks, but you know, it will still be good. There is a few cracks in the one that's on it, so maybe it's not the end of the world. I'll put this on it anyway, but I still need to get a foam because that foam's no good, so I've got to try and find a foam somewhere. But nice, that's handy. Another one of these, look, a fail safe. I've got a shelf full of fail safes, so this will be handy to stick on there. Or if there's not one on the buggy, which it doesn't look like there is, I'll probably just stick it on the buggy anyway, on the Truggy anyway. Keep calling it a buggy, don't I? You're not going to have a get the ump with me. It's a Truggy. Fail safe, righto. We've got this little. Oh yeah, we've got the new tank. Now he actually explained to me the situation with this tank. There's a load of jelly in the tank, and he didn't realise that you can clean the tank out and get rid of the jelly. I don't even bother cleaning the tanks out and getting rid of the jelly. I just put fuel in it, blow it out the pipes, and away you go. But yeah, so he bought a new tank. So but it's not needed. But I think I might put it on anyway because I plan on selling this Truggy and I want it to be 100% perfect for the buyer. So I might probably change the tanks over anyway and see what happens. Right, so we've got this little thing here, Kyosho. It's got Kyosho written on it. That's quite handy. Might better use that somewhere. We've got another Hobao. What do you call it in America? A wrench, didn't you? I call it a spanner, I suppose. 17mm. Is that 17? Yep, 17mm on there. That's very handy because we've got 17mm nuts on the wheels. And now we've just got, look, more bags of stuff. We've got little things, spanners, engine things, and throttle horns, Allen keys, Allen bolts, exhaust gaskets. There's all types of things in that bag. Another bag of stuff. Hobao, another Hobao thing that was $21.99. Oh, printed body, orange. So now we know that the body shell is not the original shell. It's one that's been bought because we have a tag for one there. I'm pretty sure. Printed body orange. I'm pretty sure that's that shell then. Printed body. So what else have we got? Let's tip this out here. There's nothing else left in that bag now. We got a load of suspension parts for putting on your suspension. A spur gear, MG model products. Well, that's definitely not for this anyway. Neither is that, and neither is that. So don't know what that would be for. Some washers, nuts and bolts, grub screws, one cable tie, some bearings. Don't know what they would be for. All bearings. Well, there's a part number on there. Don't know what they would be for, whether they'd fit on this engine or this Truggy or whatever. Got two yellow tags. We got whatever that is. Don't know what that's for. That could be for something. Well, obviously it is for something, but what it is, I don't know. Screws, bits of plastic, bits and bobs, a spanner, and Allen key, and some more stuff. And in here, some more stuff. So we like stuff. Lovely. Right. Let's alright, yeah. Let's put all this, clean all this up. and then we'll get the Truggy up on the bench, and we'll try and get that. We'll heat the engine up a bit and try and get it a lot freer. I want to start it up, see what it sounds like, and see if we can get the receiver and everything working as well. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Has this got any better? Yeah. It's better than it was. It's not great. I do think that's rubbing on there, to be honest. The clutch is rubbing, but I don't think that's all the problem. So let's see. Let's get an Allen key, and I need to get hold of some actual proper Allen drivers, but you know, they're expensive, and I've already got these, you know, so I don't really want to be forking out more dollars to you know, run out of pizza dough at this rate. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just keep using the Allen keys for now. I hate it when they do stupid designs like this, when they attach the air filter to a bracket or something. I don't care what anybody says, you don't bloody need it, do you know what I mean? What it does is it makes it just awkward. Let's have a look at my little box of Allen keys. Look, I've got boxes and boxes of Allen keys. You collect them over the years, do you know what I mean? We might have one like that, which fits a bit better. But I will get some proper Allen drivers, some good quality ones. You know, when you're working on full-size cars and motorbikes and whatever, you don't need full-size drivers. And full-size drivers. Yeah, you don't need like the ones like a screwdriver driver. Allen keys and sockets. You know, you have your Allen key on a socket, don't you? That's all you need, and so that's all I've ever had. So and when it comes to nitro cars, because obviously I've been fanning around with RC cars for the best part of 20 years now, since 2003, and you know, I just get by with Allen keys, you know. So this is well and truly stuck on here, and I can see why he bought the air filter housing itself, because this is well and truly cracked. It's not a lot of good. In fact, I think it's got a hole in it there. It's got a split. So I'm just going to get a screwdriver, and we can force that off and get rid of it, because we don't need it. We got a new one. This isn't any good. Now, for memory, I might be wrong. I dare say you hardcore lot will be saying, oh, bloody hell, will be saying in the comments, oh yeah, there's loads of foam in that carb. I reckon he's tried to start it up. Well, I don't know. There's not actually. I thought there was. No, there's not. There's just a little bit on the end. I don't think there's a lot in there. I'll have to get a torch and have a look. But you can see what happens. Now, I dare say you lot will be in the comments at some point, or be shouting at the screen and telling me. But from memory, I think these were made 2006, 2007 originally. They do still make them, I believe. The only reason I think that is because when I was looking through Model Sport the other day to try and find parts for something else, and I get curious, I just look around to see what buggies and cars and whatnot's about these days, and I saw a Hyper ST, brand new one, for sale. Different design to this on the body shell and everything. But these were 2006, 2007s when they first started. What year this particular one is, I don't know. But going by the fact that apparently, I don't know, man. We'll find out. We'll find out somehow. There'll be one of you lot who already knows. But that air filter tells me that it's not new, because that's what happens when they get old. They sit around and the foam goes all crumbly, and that's what you end up with. So it's a good job we got a new housing, because the pipe's got splits all in it, if you can see all of that. Probably well out of focus. I can't see because my camera's broken, you see. I can just about see a little bit, but we've got cracks all over. So it's good that we've got a new outer housing, but we need the foam. We haven't got the foam, so I'm going to have to buy a foam for it. So we got that off. What else do we need to do? There's no switch in there. Oh, there is. It's just far down. It's very far down. I'm tempted to see whether this battery pack will charge up. What's unplugged? Ah, the battery's unplugged. So we need... That goes to there. Black to black, red to red. Let's see what happens. I don't think it would do anything. It might do. But it's probably flat. Yeah. Very, very flat. I'm going to have to see if that'll charge up. I've got the right plug to charge this one. I don't think I've got the right plug to charge the one on the transmitter, but we'll work that out later. I want to get this engine going. So, if we turn that around, I'm going to set up a heat gun and we'll put the engine heater on it as well. And we'll see there's loads of jelly in there, so we're going to have to put some fuel in. We'll heat that up and we'll blow that out. Can you hear that? It's just starting to go through. There's a little filter on here, so I'm going to take... God, it's well and truly stuck on there. There you go. I'm going to take... See that little filter there? Where is it? There it is. That filter. I don't want the jelly. It's probably already full of gel, to be honest. But I don't want to push any more through the tank into that filter and block it up even more. So I'm just going to take the end off of it and blow it through to clean the tank out. And then if this filter is blocked, I'll just bypass it and we won't have a filter. But I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to set up the heat gun, get the engine nice and hot, put the engine heater on it as well, get it even hotter, and hopefully it'll get better. So, I've got the engine heater on now, getting that nice and hot, keeping the heat in. I've got the heat gun. What degrees does this go to? Don't tell you. Oh. 550 degrees this goes to. 550 degrees Celsius. So I've got this on there, trying to get the block and the head and everything nice and hot. That way it should free it up nicely, and plus it will make it a lot easier to start as well. So I've been heating it for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. Engine heat is still on. That is actually really hot. Let's see now, is it any better? Oh yes, look at that. Much better. I reckon that's going to start now. Let's see. Let's get that one. That's the inlet, so we'll put that back on that carb. We'll have that off for now. I flushed out all the old gel. I put some 25% nitro in the tank, and then just blew it out like I said I was going to do, and this is what it looked like. See, not very good. So got some fresh 25%. Not what come with it actually. This is what I've got. Why the hell? Bit wobbly, isn't it? It's meant to be like that. Let's stick that in there. Still don't look the best, but it's better than it was. Put it that way. See if we can prime it. Oh bloody Jesus! That does prime. Whoa, man! That pause in there. Has it even got a bloody... It has. Blimey. That's a rich one, that one. Might have to lean it off a bit. We'll leave it how it is for now, but I reckon we might have to lean that up a little bit. This one should be a working glow starter. Put that all the way down there. And oh, got to put the glow plug in, haven't I? Bloody Jesus. Still ain't put the glow plug in. Right. Wonder what it's going to be like with a bit of compression now. Oh, that's going to be one. That's flooded, man. Jesus. She fired and took her out of my fingers. Here we go. Woohoo! We're going. funny one. Well, there we go, you lot. That runs all right. I think there's a bit of an issue with the tank. I think I will definitely put that new tank on, because what I've noticed is it'll run absolutely fine for a bit, and then it'll start to sort of go run a little bit lean, and if you look, there's air bubbles rising up and going through. You can probably still see a few in there now, going through. Look, there's one there, right there. So there's either a crack in the tank, or maybe a crack in the fuel piping. Look, there's some bubbles there. I suspect it's in the tank where the pickup is at the bottom. It might have a crack, a hole or something, so it's picking up air from higher up above the fuel level. And I know you're going to say, well, it's too low, but it was happening even when the tank was full up. So, well, not full up, but when it was 3/4 full, and it shouldn't happen like that. So I'll put that new tank on, but the engine runs, and we know that's good. I think the clutch is a bit dicky. Might have to take that apart and have a little look. But we know the engine runs fine. There's no problem there, I don't think. So it revs up, and it does what we need it to do. I don't know whether it's been run for long, whether it's been run in yet. I'm suspecting it probably has. It looks like it has been run, just not in dirty or dusty conditions. So I reckon that'll probably be alright. Let's have a look at the receiver, see what receiver we've got, and I'll see if I can charge up that battery. And then we'll have a look at the transmitter and see if I can charge that battery up, and see if we can get the radio gear to work, and see if the servos are any good. Check that out, you lot. I've got the wing on there. That looks awesome. Let's put that on. There's the shell and the wing. That looks pretty awesome. This is a proper nice truck, proper nice truggy. I'm sad that I'm going to have to sell it, but I bought it to sell it, you know, so that's what I've got to do. But that's the thing, I get attached to these things, that's why I end up with so much stuff. Anyway, well, I was going to get a pair of side cutters and cut that battery out. There's obviously cable ties in there for a reason. I can always add some more cable ties, can't I? Let's cut the battery out. I can go and stick it on the charger then, can't I? We need an Allen key. I don't know why they always use Allen keys, to be honest. Allen bolts. Oh, that ain't gonna bloody work, is it? Jesus, these are crap. Yeah, them Clark ones are rubbish for RC. They're good for cars, like real cars and things, you know, but for RC they're no good. No good at all. These little ones are good for RC stuff. Hopefully, I'll better charge the transmitter battery up. Looking at it, I don't think I got the right plug. I'll have to get one if I haven't. Alright, so we've got, this looks like quite a new battery pack. 6 volt, it's a Core RC rechargeable. Right, I'm going to go and stick this on charge, and then while it's on charge we'll have a look at the receiver and a few other bits and bobs. Anyway, right, that's on charge. Hopefully it will charge up. Let's have a quick look to see what type of receiver we got in here. And hopefully, I wouldn't, you know what, to be honest, I probably wouldn't even bother looking. I'd try and get it working before I look. But I know you look like to have a look, and it is good to look. I shouldn't really skip a phase like that, you know. But look at these wheels. These are either new tyres on here, or it genuinely hasn't really been ran. You know, you look. Tell me in the comments. How can I tell what year this is? The fact that it's running AM radio gear, or at least I was told it was, and the transmitter is AM. So I'm assuming this receiver is going to be AM. I'm guessing it's you know, before 2010. At least. Let's have a look, see what we got. But if there's a way that I can tell what year it actually is, please let me know, and we'll go from there. So we have, yeah, that's AM. This is AM gear. I can see a crystal already. So we have a Super Mirko receiver, Sanwa. Obviously matches the transmitter, which is good, and it's on the same frequency, which is good. RX 431. FM 40 megahertz. So 40 megahertz. So we've got 40 megahertz radio gear on here. Usually, now you see, I might be wrong here. Pretty sure 40 megs was aircrafts and possibly boats. Personally, myself, I rarely come across anyone that was using 40 megs with anything on land, such as buggies, cars, etc. And I was pretty sure this is an airplane, or yeah, an airplane transmitter. But I might be wrong, you know, I might be wrong. Usually it's 27 megs for land going stuff. But, you know, there's no reason why you can't, especially these days. Back in the day, it might have been frowned upon, I don't know, I don't really care either. But these days, it don't matter what you use, I mean, who really cares? What way round did that go? Anyway, I'm not going to bore you watching me put this back in. I'm going to get this all back together and then we'll turn our attention to the transmitter. Right, so it took 3 minutes and 9 seconds to charge, which could mean one of two things. One, it had charge already and the battery's okay and it's now fully charged completely. And the fact we didn't get any twitching was because the receiver's no good. Or it could mean that the battery's had it and it just doesn't want to charge. We'll find out. Normally with AM gear, once you turn it on without a transmitter, it'll twitch. Not getting nothing. So that's going to need some investigating. We're going to have to investigate that, find out why it's not doing anything. But for this evening I'm running out of time and I want to have a look at the transmitter battery, so I'm just going to bolt this back in so that I don't lose any of it, so that I don't lose the bolts. I don't know why he put a cable tie around that. It must be because it was a bit loose and he thought it was a good idea to cable tie it so it didn't flap around, which is a good idea, so you know. But I thought these little bolts were going to be stripped out, that's why there was a cable tie around, but there wasn't, so they're not stripped out, so that can't be the reason. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, I want to replace as little parts as possible on these truggies in order to make as much profit as possible, so I can keep buying bigger and better RC cars to make videos for you lot. However, if I've got to get new radio gear, I'll get 2.4 gigahertz, and that way it's better for the people I'm going to sell it to, and a lot less fanning around for me. So let's have a quick look at this transmitter. So we've got 40. I saw that was 40 megs. I thought it might just be a sticker. So we already know now it's a 40 meg system, and I'm pretty sure that this is for aircraft. Could be wrong, but I know, like, you know, you can use whatever megs you want, especially these days. Back in the day, you couldn't. Please note the transmitter is fitted to the set as much as it connector system used for transmitter NiCad wire for the Sanwa black plugs, which cause severe damage and will invalidate the warranty. So this is an original battery pack, but there's no date on it, so I don't know when it was made. Model S8N-700, 9.6 volt NiCad. Let's have a look. I have got the right plug for it, so I can charge it. Do not use blue Z connector with black Airtronics or Sanwa equipment. Damage will occur due to reversed polarity. Right. There's a little bit of corrosion there on one of the plugs. So, I've got to work this out now. Make sure that... I wonder if that's a date. Is that a date there? Where it says 05//06. Is that the 5th month of 2006, do we think? Possibly. You lot know a lot more than me, so... about these type of things. There's always people out there that specialise in certain areas, and there'll always be a battery geek that knows everything about batteries. So if you're a battery geek, tell me, is that a date? Anyway, I'm going to go and see if the plug that I've got is the right polarity, and if it is, I'm going to see if this will charge. Well, the plug I've got wasn't the right polarity, but I just took the wires out, switched them around, plugged it back in again on the plug itself, so now they're the right polarity, black to black, red to red, so that should work. The charger's charging. If we hear a beep or a big loud explosion, we know something's gone wrong. Or if we hear a beep, we know that it's telling us it's charged. It's either telling us it's charged or it's telling us it can't charge. So there's the transmitter. While we're waiting for that to charge, I'm running out of time, because it's a school night for the kids. And well, it's Sunday evening, so it's I've got to go to work in the morning. But I know I like to go and play a few games and whatnot, you know, with the kids before they go to bed. So I'm not going to spend hours out here tonight. But let's have a quick look. I've got 2 screws here. Where did I take them from? I can't remember what I took them out of now. I can't remember. Anyway, we'll have a look at that in a minute. Let's I want to see if I can work out why this won't charge. Normally you get a little bit of moisture and rust in the contacts, and that means it won't work, and plus it won't charge either. So let's have a look. This will have a battery inside of it, and you can unscrew that actually normally by taking this off. And there you go, one little spring and that. And then inside there's your battery. And we've got a propine battery. Nickel metal hydrate, which is good. 1.2 volts, 2,400 milliamps. And it looks like a decent battery, no corrosion on there, so that's good so far. Well, actually it's bad so far, because I was hoping I'd find a problem and I can fix it. But it looks like I have found the problem. Hopefully you can see the corrosion on the contacts down in there, probably well out of focus. I wonder if we can get it apart with an Allen key. Probably not going to have one that fits. And the one that fits is probably going to be the one that bloody snaps off or something. I need some that go super duper small. I had some super duper small Allen keys, but where did I put them? Specialty tools I always put in a safe place, and I can never find them once I put them in, when I want them. So we've been interrupted. The charger's telling me that this is fully charged, and I set it at 0.6 amps because I didn't want to wait all bloody night. It's a 700 milliamp battery. So that was 600 milliamps I set it at, so it would have given it a fairly jolt of a charge, but it wasn't full whack. We'll find out whether it's charged or not. It wasn't hot in any way. There was a bit of corrosion on the plug. I might have to stick a bit of switch cleaner on it. But where's the transmitter? We'll plug it in and see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll stick a voltmeter on it, and we'll see if there's any power to it. Funnily enough, I might do that to this, see if there's any power in this battery. So let's plug it in then. What way round does it go? That's the question. I think I must be going on that one, because that's the corroded one. We've got power now. 10.5 volts is on it. And it says there we've got a full battery. Brilliant. 10.3 volts. Because that's a NiCad or nickel cadmium battery, I'm not expecting it to have recovered particularly well from being completely flat. I mean, they have a tendency, you know, once they go flat, they have a tendency to not being very happy. With those, you really have to keep them with a charge in. I don't know how you. Oh, there's the things down there. Look. Oh. Throttle. You can have different models. Throttle trim, reverse steering, reverse throttle, aux, and battery voltage. See, we're going down. We're down to 10 volts now, so the voltage is falling quite dramatically. But 99.9 volts. Yeah, I'm not expecting this battery to hold out particularly well. I reckon. Oh, it's an FM transmitter as well. It's FM, not AM. We're on FM now. 9.7. Yeah, the voltage is falling. It doesn't help that it's cold out here. 9.6. But I reckon that it might recover with a few charges and discharges. I put it on the battery cycler. I think I will. Next time I get here, look at that, it's falling right down. Next time I get a bit of time, I put it on the battery cycler. And what the battery cycler does is, we're running out of battery. Yeah, we're going right down. The next time I get a bit of time, I put it on the battery cycler. And what a battery cycler does is, it charges to full, and then it will straight away discharge the battery for me, and then it will charge it up again and discharge it however many times I set it. And the idea of it is, it helps build up the battery again to a nice state. So I'll stick it on the battery cycler, but you have to watch it when you do that, because the batteries can explode, and you know, if you've got a dicky battery, it can explode, it can catch fire, so you have to be around to watch. So let me just go and see if I can find an Allen key that fits in there, so we can take this apart, clean them contacts, and then see if we can get this to charge overnight tonight, and then we can come back and play around another day. Right, looking around in my box of Allen keys, my drawer of Allen keys actually, I found one that fits in there, so let's undo that. There we go, we can take that off of there. I was hoping... Oh, you bastard. I might have to take it out completely. I think it was just holding the tube on that. Are you even in shot? No, you're not. You know, I have to apologise, you lot. If I ever go out of shot, it's because I can't see. The camera's at it, you know what I mean? It's just I need to get a new one, but they're expensive. I can't afford a new one. Right. Normally, I had one of these before. Granted, it wasn't a flight leader brand, but it was the same design. I undid that Allen key, took the tube off, and then this unscrewed. But it's either got a lot of Loctite on it, thread lock, or it's glued. I don't think it's threaded, to be honest. It doesn't look like it's threaded. I don't think it unscrews. So I might have to get a little wire brush on the end down there and brush it around a bit of contact cleaner, and clean it while it's in there in situ. Yeah, I'll do that now. Right, let's before I put this back, let's see if we've got any voltage on the battery, because if it is completely dead, there is the chance that well, it just might not recover, in which case it's had it, which is a shame. So we've got DC voltage there, and let's put that on that end of that one, that end of that one. Oh, not on properly. We should see about 1.2 volts. We've got nothing. Zero. It literally goes to zero. There is no voltage on there whatsoever. That battery is completely dead. It may not recover from that. I'll have to see if I can find. There's a place in London, which is called. What was he called himself? I can't remember. It's where I get all my batteries from my cameras and all that. Used to buy and sell cameras, and it's where I get my batteries from for that. But I can't remember exactly what he was called now. I'll have to. Where does that go? Anyway, I'm wondering if he'll have a battery for it. He might have. It's sometimes difficult to find these batteries. I've tried to find them for another glow starter, but I couldn't find them. Back there. Let's see, so let's just try and see if this is going to charge. Flight leader is the correct charger for it. Let's see. Oh my giddy on. Let's see if we can get a zip zap zobbity. Nah. Nothing. It's not even lighting the light. You can't see the light. I know you can't see the light, but can you see it now? I don't know, it's there. Can you see that little red light? Well, it's not red light because it ain't lit up. But just to prove the charger is working, glow starter there. Can you see that little light lit up there? Light's lit up, gone out, lit up. So it is working, but this one, nah, nothing. Quite possibly due to the battery. So I'll have a look around, see if I can find a battery. That'll revive that glow starter. I like them kind of glow starters. Lovely jubbly. Good old job. Right then, you lot. So that's that for this evening. I've run out of time. I'm going to work on that battery for the transmitter. I'll put it on the battery cycler. I'm going to get that to be cycled, I don't know, we'll do it 10 times. See if it comes back to life. If it doesn't, I'll have to see if I can get a battery for it. Or I might just go down the route. Again, if I was keeping this for myself, then I'd probably just leave it on what it's got, get a battery for that transmitter, try and get the receiver to work. I think it's a battery problem. But because it's going to be sold on, I'll probably just get a 2.4 gigahertz radio system for it, and it'd be a lot easier to sell with that, because people don't want analog anymore. They want 2.4 gigahertz, no messing around with crystals. That's what they want. So yeah, I'll sort that out. But there we go, it runs. We know it runs. Need to get air filter foam, and that's it. Air filter foam, sort the radio gear out, and then we can give it a test and see if anything else is wrong with it. Need to find one more bolt for this wing. I found one bolt and a washer, got to find the other one. We stick that on. Yeah, next video I'll sort out the air filter. I'll see if I can order a foam up, and once the foam comes, I'll stick all that back together. We had a potentially seized engine to start with. At least it was very, very, very stiff, and we got it running. So that's one thing. So I'll sort that out. I'll put the new tank on. Yeah, and we'll go from there, you lot. So if you want to follow the progress on the Hobao Hyper ST, make sure you subscribe, and you'll be able to follow along and see what happens to it, and whether it's any good, because we're going to be going on a test. We've got to test it, man. Got to test it. Can't just leave it as it is. We've got to give it a test. Of course we've got to give it a test. Bloody hell. Don't forget, put in the comments, anybody know what engine these come with standard? Because as I've got an engine box here, and this is the engine which is in it, it would appear, and it would give the impression that said engine has been changed over to a new one. So I'm assuming that it's not the engine that it come with, unless you have to put your own engine in. I don't think you do. Anybody know any information about this Truggy, this particular one? The year that it is, perhaps, or can we date how old it is? Put it all in the comments, because I love hearing information from you lot. A lot of very knowledgeable people out there. I'll catch you lot in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.